सकारात्मक सोच को आओ सारे भारत में फैलाए, सकारात्मक ऊर्जा का आओ सब में संचार कराए। ऐसा ना हो कि हम अपनी जिम्मेदारी भूल न जाए, क्यों इंतजार करें हम किसी का, आओ एक मशाल जलाए। सकारात्मकता के उदय का चलिए हम उद्घोष कराए। आरजेएस जय हिंद के नारों से अपना देश जगाए, आरजेएस वंदे मातरम से सारी सरकार जगाए।
AAFT यूनिवर्सिटी के चांसलर डॉक्टर संदीप मारवा जी, जिनके सानिध्य में, उनके अध्यक्षता में यह कार्यक्रम होने जा रहा है, रीइन्वेंट जर्नलिज्म इन अमृतकाल। मैं आमंत्रित करूंगा आरजेएस ऑब्जर्वर दीपचंद माथुर जी का दीप प्रज्वलन के लिए। जहां गुजरात 10 दिनों की यात्रा होने जा रही है, वहां हम लोगों को रिसीव करेंगे जामनगर श्री कबीर मंदिर से आए हुए प्रेम सागर जी, साधु प्रेम सागर जी।
वंदे मातरम। जय हिंद, जय भारत। सदगुरु कबीर के छोटे ही शब्द जो है, एक ही शब्द है कि सांच बराबर तप नहीं, झूठ बराबर पाप। तो सदगुरु का वाणी है, जिससे मैं शुभ आरंभ करता हूं। आप सभी को जय हिंद, जय भारत, वंदे मातरम। कबीर जब हम पैदा भये, जग हंसे हम रोए, ऐसी करनी कर चलो कि हम हंसे जग रोए। कर बहिया बल अपनी, छाड़ वीरानी आस, जाके आंगन नदी बहे, सो कस मरे प्यास। कहे कबीर कुछ उद्यम कीजिए, आप हूँ खाए औरों को दीजिए। कबीर खड़ा बाजार में सबकी मांगत खैर, ना कहूँ से दोस्ती, ना कहूँ से बैर। श्वास श्वास में राम जप, वृथा श्वास मत खोए। ना जाने यह श्वास को आवन हो या न हो। जन्म तोरा बातों ही बीत गयो, रे तूने कबहू न राम कहियो। 5 बरस का भोला भाला, अब तो 20 भयो। मकर 25 माया कारण रे, मकर 25 माया कारण, देश विदेश गया। कबहू न राम कहियो, जन्म तेरा बातों ही बीत गयो। कहे कबीर सुनो भाई साधु, सुनो भाई साधो, चोला छूट गयो, जन्म तेरा बातों ही बीत गयो। जय हिंद, जय भारत, वंदे मातरम।
It gives us immense pleasure to welcome on the dais Shri Sandeep Marwah Ji, Chancellor AAFT University of Media and Arts, His Excellency Elchin Hosseini, Ambassador of Azerbaijan, His Excellency Mustafa Jawara, High Commissioner of Gambia to India. We'd like to request Shri Sandeep Marwah Ji to welcome We are also honored to have Mr. Richard Morris from Australia amongst us on the dais, and Mrs. Morris as well on the dais from Australia. Mr. Manna ji, welcome कीजिए. Okay, we have the First Lady from Azerbaijan as well here amongst us. Please welcome her.
देखिए ये 2 सेशन में हो रहा है और आप ये समझिए कि जो कुछ भी डायस पे हो रहा है उसका बैकबोन आप लोग हैं, क्योंकि आप लोग हैं तब ये डायस बनता है। इसलिए हम सभी साथ हैं, हम सब एक हैं और हम सब केवल भारतीय नहीं, हम लोग वसुधैव कुटुंबकम वाले लोग हैं। और इसलिए नेशन वाइड टू वर्ल्ड वाइड संदीप मारवा जी के लिए एक जोरदार तालियां बजाइए, क्योंकि ऐसी शख्सियत भारत में रहना चाहिए और वहां पॉजिटिव मीडिया की उपस्थिति आज ऐतिहासिक बन रही है। तीसरी बार गेट सेट गो 1 2 3 आज तीसरा प्रोग्राम है जो मारवा स्टूडियो में आरजेएस पॉजिटिव मीडिया आरजेएस पीबीएच का हो रहा है। एक ग्रैंड वेलकम जो है आरजेएस जो 25 राज्यों की है उनकी तरफ से संदीप मारवा जी और जो एम्बेसडर हैं आप सभी देखिए भारत में किस तरह से पूरे वसुधैव कुटुंबकम यू आर वेलकम हियर, वर्ल्ड इज ए फैमिली। सब आप लोगों की तरफ से ऐसी शख्सियत पूरे भारत सरकार में समाज में रहनी चाहिए और ये आपका स्वागत है।
Thank you very much.
We'd like to invite Shri Marwah Ji on stage to have a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. What a pleasure to be here this afternoon with all of you on this beautiful, well-designed program by RJS Media, who have become today the part and parcel of 12th Global Festival of Journalism Noida 2024. My heartiest welcome to all of you at Marwah Studios. Respected all the dignities on the dais, my friends right here in this auditorium, let me start with 2 very important lines. कि काम शुरू करते नहीं भय से नीचे लोग, मध्यम तजते बीच में देख विषम संयोग, पर उत्तम वे लोग जो हर दुर्गम पथ झेल, दृढ़ता से बढ़ते कदम बाधाओं को ठेल. Now what I'm trying to tell you in these 2 lines, and before I give you the meaning of these 2 lines, let me admit I belong to films, television, media, art and culture fraternity, and this is one business where we have never ever bothered to divide the society on the basis of caste, creed, religion, region, status, color, rich, poor. Never. We have never ever divided the society. We have only one religion, and that is called media and entertainment, growth and entertainment. This is what we believe in. This is our dharma. This is our religion. But still I have gone out of way to divide the society on the basis of these 3 major principles which I have written down. Kaam shuru karte nahi bhai se niche log. Who are the downtrodden people of the society? People who have 100 excuses for one single job. If you ask them to do one job, they have 100 excuses to present to you. And I have categorized all these kind of people into the C class, the downtrodden people of the society. Madhyam tajte beech mein dekh visham sanyog. Who are the people who belong to middle class? People with little push and pull. You try to motivate them, encourage them, but the minute they see bit of the hindrance, they try to run away from the battlefield. मर गए, लुट गए, बर्बाद हो गए, छोड़ दे, रहन दे, हो जाएगा, कर लेंगे, मेरे से हो ही नहीं सकता. All these people on a B class. पर उत्तम वे लोग जो हर दुर्गम पथ झेल. Who are the people who belong to A class? People who have zest, enthusiasm, excitement. They are passionate. People who want to show something to the world. People who have energy to work for the nation, work for the society, work for the people of this industry. People who want to achieve something in life. People who have goals in life. People who want to carve out a career for themselves and for the people. I have categorized all these kind of people into the first class because they are the people who ultimately turns out to be the achiever. Yes, what a pleasure, my dear friends. Not only that this auditorium today is full of achievers, because we're going to highlight so many awards today to some of the very prominent journalists of the nation. Not only that I am sharing this dice with the so many prominent and achievers of this, or worldly achievers. Let's give a big hand to all these people in a big way. सभी दिशाओं से शुभ सुंदर भाव विचार भरे नित अंतर पुण्य धरा बन जाए स्वर्ग ये मेरे यत्नों से करुणा कर. Whether it is north, south, east or west, whether you're in India or abroad, whether you are on the top of the hill or you're standing at a seashore, whether you are in a lush green garden and looking at some colorful flowers, or maybe looking at the most beautiful woman on earth. The fact is, there are two things which are much more beautiful than what you can see with your naked eyes. And these two things are your thinking and your feelings. And the best part is that both the things are right within you. You don't even need eyes for that. On this very auspicious day, let's pray. Hey Lord, give me good thinking, give me full feelings so that I can do good deeds, and through my good karmas, I would love to convert this earth into heaven. This is what I believe. I'm sure you will also believe in the same. I'm so thankful to Mr. Manna for creating this organization called RJS Media. And I've been seeing this man passionately working for media groups, for media persons, for journalists, and anyone and everyone. And the minute I talk to him, I can see that passion, that love, that excitement which starts flowing from his body language, from his words. He wants to achieve anything and everything in shortest period of time, and not for himself, for the people of this industry. I'm very happy just to tell you that we all are today part of International Journalism Center, which is one of the very important body of this world. Around 35,000 media professionals. They are part and parcel of this body from 156 countries of the world. And I feel very happy and obliged to chair this powerful organization. I'm so thankful to my government for giving me large number of designations so that I can work faster than what a government can do sometime itself. Yes, idea of conducting Global Festival of Journalism is to bring in love, peace and unity through journalism. IGC's sole purpose is to think about constructive journalism. And that's what we are doing from last 12 years. 12 years back, we created this day, 12th February, as the International Day of Journalism. And I'm very happy that in a span of all these 12 years, slowly and gradually, this day is now being celebrated, not only in India, but in many other countries of the world. And like 21st June, what we started 32 years back as International Yoga Day, rest is the history. You know that the whole world is celebrating International Yoga Day from last 7 years. And I'm sure in a span of few more years, the whole world will jump to 12th February as International Day of Journalism. Now, these 3 days of a Global Festival of Journalism, which speaks about 12th as the International Day of Journalism, 13th as a World Radio Day. Today is a World Radio Day, and let me congratulate each and everyone on the World Radio Day. And 14th is a Valentine's Day, and that means we're still talking about love, peace, and unity. With all these words, I extend my heartiest thanks to Mr. Manna, RJS Media, for taking me the part of this program also. All the best, and very soon we will be distributing our awards to the respective journalists. We're also expecting a delegation from Gambia in few minutes, and they're going to be part of this program. And we have to honor even those very important artists who have flown all the way from Gambia to be part of this event. They'll be here in few minutes. I'm so thankful to, my special thanks to the High Commissioner of Gambia, Ambassador of Azerbaijan, and my dear friend from Australia. Thank you very much.
That was indeed a very powerful statement made by Shri Marwah. He just does not speak this word, but he also walks the talk, whatever he says. So now next, we'd like to invite His Excellency Elchin Husseinli, Ambassador of Azerbaijan, on the podium to say a few words, please.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Before I start, first of all, it's always difficult to speak after Mr. Marwah. Second, many years ago, many centuries ago, when as a young diplomat, I was going through training, and part of our upbringing as a diplomat was courses how to deal with journalists. And one lesson that I remember from my mentor at that time, he said that journalist is always right in the eye of the audience. If he interviews you, if he interrupts you, he's right. If he is asking harsh questions, he's right. If he's got hard on you, again, he's right. Be patient. So that's the lesson that I always carried with myself in my future career. And whenever I dealt with journalists, I always tried to be respectful for the job they're doing. Even if I didn't think they were right, I think they are right by the nature of their profession, because they're in search of truth. They're in search of information that has to be brought to the audience. And as Mr. Marwah rightfully said, they're serving as a bridge within our society. So without information that has to be delivered to the people, our life won't be seen from the truthful side of it. So very pleased to be here, very happy to be here, honored, and see such enthusiastic, zealous persons here. Again, as part of this festival, my country is attending with a documentary about Nightingale, legend of Hara Bulbul Nightingale. This pin that you see on my chest is Nightingale. It's a national symbol of Azerbaijan, representing the cultural capital of my country. And hopefully you will enjoy the documentary that will be demonstrated today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, sir. Now I would like to invite His Excellency Mustafa Jawara, High Commissioner of Gambia, to say a few words, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Namaskar. I am in a state of exuberance. Anytime I am in front of the Honorable Excellency Sandeep Marwah, I feel happy and fulfilled. He's a great man. He's a friend of mine, a friend of the Gambia. He's an Indian, but I call him a global property. We all own him. The Gambia loves him. It is 3 years now I've been coming here, working with him. Anytime I step my foot here, the hospitality is always the same. It's always at the top of what I expect. He's a good man. He's a kind man. And a few days ago, when I approached him, I called him. I informed him that we have a group of different backgrounds, the national troop of the Gambia, comprising of all aspects of our Gambian culture. They are here to attend the Suraj Kund Mila. 19 of them. They're supposed to be here with us. But one of them got sick, and we arranged for them to go to a hospital for medical checkup, all of them. We were lucky to be partnering with some hospitals. They assisted us for free treatment. So they got stuck there. They should be coming. We are expecting them, but it may not happen because they are stuck at the hospital. I apologize profusely for that. But sometime before they leave, we would make arrangements for them to visit this honorable institute. We love our dear Sandeep Marwah. Culture, especially diplomatic, in the art of diplomacy, culture is very important. One of our objectives is to explore the Indian culture. A big country, the most populated country on the face of the globe. You have so many cultures in this country. It's a diverse culture. Interacting with a Gambian culture and the Azerbaijan culture, I think that's a good thing. As for Gambia, we will explore this partnership. We have already signed MOU with the Honorable Sandeep Marwah last year. And we want to explore more. We want to have more cultural contacts. India is a household name in the Gambia, especially Indian movie. Anybody who grew up in the Gambia in the 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, you must be familiar with Indian music, Indian movie, Indian cinema. My wife is not here with us, but she could speak a little bit Hindi because of just watching the Indian movies. So it is also, I would say, part of the Gambian culture. The Indian culture is part of Gambian culture through the movies. And we want to explore that. On that note, I thank you, all of you, for your patience. Our team will be with you at some point before they go back to Gambia. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so very much, Your Excellency. Now I invite Mr. Richard Morris from Australia to have a few words.
Thank you very much. It's a very great honor to be here at this extraordinary facility, Marwah Studios, that does amazing things. And Sandeep, I have been tracking for some close to 50 years now, when we first became close with your brother Deepak and our families became friends, to see the amazing achievements that you have brought to the world of television and film and media. And as you said, this is about uniting and bringing peoples of the globe together. And I think it's a fascinating body of work that you do. And I thank you for the amazing person that you are yourself. Without your passion and your commitment and your charisma and your drive, no organization would ever rise to its zenith, and I think your personal nature and goodness has taken this organization to where it is today, and it's absolutely fascinating and wonderful. I'm greatly humbled to be in your presence, and thank you. I'm here largely to talk about a journalist of the past. My great-great-grandfather, Professor Ramchandra of Delhi, he lived during the time of the first War of Independence, as it's called, or the Great Mutiny of 1857. And Master Ramchandra had a harder time at journalism than I think we do now. There were no televisions and no radios and those sorts of things. The only way a message could get across to the people, whether it was a message of patriotism or whether it was a message to stand up and revolt and fight, all of that had to be done either in the spoken word or the written form. And Master Ramchandra, apart from being an extraordinary mathematician of his day, was also an Urdu journalist and writer who wrote prolifically on various subjects that were of significance and importance politically, economically, and socially. And he touched the hearts and the minds of the people of Delhi and Hindustan more broadly in those days. And as I said, it must have been a harder job to be in this game when all you had was a pen and a candlelight by which to sort of do it. He was also an extraordinary mathematician who achieved international fame due to the quality of his work as a mathematician and his capacity for imagination and speculation. And there was an a British mathematician at the time, Professor Augustus de Morgan. He was the professor of mathematics in London University, regarded as the greatest mathematician of his time in Europe. And he took upon the story and the work of Master Ramchandra, and he realized what Ramchandra was more than just a person who applied mathematics to doing things. It was not about 2 + 2 = 4, but he had a mind for speculation and imagination that took 2 + 2 and made it 5 or made it 6. And it is for that that De Morgan took a mathematical treatise that he wrote and he brought it to international fame all across Europe. Because De Morgan, unlike the British rulers in this country at the time, De Morgan had a deep fondness and affection and empathy for India because he knew of its suffering. He himself had been born in Mathura in South India, but he had never lived here. He'd grown up, till the age of 1 or 2, and then he went back to the UK. But he had a fondness for India, and he knew of the destruction that the East India Company and the British were doing here. So he wanted to elevate Ramchandra because he believed that the whole idea of innovation and imagination and imaginative thinking in mathematics was about creating new nations and the nation state. So that's just a small story about an extraordinary man who was an extraordinary journalist. He, if we want to use divisions of caste and class and religion, well, he was born a Hindu. He was a caste by community. They tended to work in governments and in high office because of the skills that they had. And he worked for the British, but he used his skills to embolden and motivate his people, as he thought, to seek their own freedom through education. He centrally was focused on the need for broadening the base of education, and he did it through translation of European sciences and European mathematics and the things that made Europe great and powerful. He realized that gunpowder and the printing press, these are the things that had made Europe great, and he wanted that for his India as he saw it. So I'll just close by saying that he was a man who personally was then attracted to the religion of Christianity. He went through phases of philosophical change himself. He rejected his own faith. He rejected Islam. He rejected Judaism as a young man and as a young philosopher. And then finally, later on in life, he turned for various reasons and became a Christian. And that was just one part of his life, but it didn't affect who he was or the work he did. It mattered not what one's faith is or what one's background is, but it's an extraordinary story of an extraordinary Indian who was a remarkable journalist of his time. So I thank you for the opportunity, Sandeep, for Kamran and I to be here and visit you, and it's deeply humbling, and I'm just in awe at you and the organization that you've created, and just think of the future of the people out here, these young people who should be replacing all of us here quickly, because the world is all about them, and it's people like you that create the opportunity for them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I'd like to invite on stage Shri Ashok Kumar Malik ji, the official spokesperson of RJS PBH.
Thank you very much. Actually, the atmosphere is very vibrant because after the world media guru has spoken his vibrant words, I think our hearts or our totality of our thinking and emotions are resonating. And that itself speaks volumes, because whatever has been done over the years can be reflected and can be present in moments also. And when the media guru was speaking, so vibes were going. I am sure that they are still resonating with those vibes. Now I would like to definitely mention that this is the third time we are privileged also, and as the media guru has said, that he also very much गुण ग्राहकता की बात की उन्होंने, he is very much appreciated of the founder of RJS PBH, and this is the third time, you see, we are here. Now I will very briefly touch upon the very vital issue facing all humanity. These are not the days when we can think only provincially. It is simply anachronistic. It is simply anachronistic. We have to start at any point, no doubt. We can start from a province, we can start from the nation. In fact, we started from ourselves. Mannaji started on the principle of Ekla Chalo, and people came along and strengthened the movement. And now, here the subject is Reinvent Journalism in Amritkal. Now, present generation all over the globe is roughly aware of the maladies prevailing in our global society. These are well known, Now the point is how to overcome a very complex situation, like a very enormous mountain before us. And yet RJS PBH has been reinventing itself, all the time, has got many dimensions. We are going to Gujarat, we don't want to always remain in the virtual world. We have to, you see, now the actual touch here with the people, we are seeing the faces, that kind of thing, we undertake journeys. And I think it would be pertinent to remember the experiment of Bharat Ratna M.S. Swaminathan. Ever innovative, he thought of the knowledge village. So we don't have to remain in the virtual space only. We are undertaking journeys, and this will be the 10th journey to Gujarat, a vibrant state, with great history. Another thing we want that we are not under illusion that the enormous maladies prevalent in in societies of the world will be soluble in our generation only. Let us at least leave it in some better position to be tackled by the coming generations, you know. So that is why we are emphasizing that we have to first look at the parameters of the patient societies. The parameters of the patient societies globally. And we have consciously chosen this path to follow. Others are doing in their own fashion, you know, but our is the message of positivity, and we believe that that is the only method which will not create problems. Which will not create problems, because we should never forget lessons from history. We can't go direct to the, you know, if you take the patient to the operation theater without controlling or normalizing the parameters, what would happen? Very chance of death to the patient, you know. So that is the reason RJS Positive Broadcasting House, RJS Positive Media, doing work, has been doing work for several years, you know, is very vibrant, is reinventing itself. Journalism has to reinvent itself in the light of the things that I have talked about. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Would like to invite now Mr. Sanjay Rai, senior journalist, on stage to say a few words, please.
मंच पर आसीन मारवाह जी, मन्ना जी, आमंत्रित हमारे राजदूत अतिथिगण एवं सभा में उपस्थित सज्जनों, ये जो आज का कार्यक्रम है, यहाँ पर हम सभी लोग सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक विषय पर चर्चा करने के लिए इकट्ठा हुए हैं, और वो है पॉजिटिव थॉट्स, सकारात्मक। मैं आपको बताऊं कि पत्रकारिता के क्षेत्र में मेरा आने का एक मुख्य कारण यही रहा कि समाज में मैं कुछ अपने तरफ से सकारात्मक दे सकूं। कुछ जो कुछ भी हो रहा है, जो मेरे विचार हैं, कुछ अच्छा निकाल करके, विचार तो पहले से ही मौजूद रहते हैं, हमें सिर्फ उन्हें ग्रहण करना होता है। और ऐसा नहीं है कि जो हम आज चर्चा कर रहे हैं वो पहले नहीं मौजूद था। हम सब लोगों के मस्तिष्क में हमेशा दो तरह के विचार चलते हैं, पॉजिटिव और निगेटिव, और ये डिसाइड करना पॉजिटिव क्या है और निगेटिव क्या है, ये हमसे, आप खुद से अच्छा कोई नहीं बता सकता हमें। और एक सेकंड में आपको हमेशा राष्ट्रपिता महात्मा गांधी की आत्मकथा में मैंने पढ़ा था, उन्होंने लिखा है कि जब भी मेरे मन में इस तरह की कोई दुविधा की भावना पैदा होती थी तो मैं एक पल के लिए सोचता था और वो पता चल जाता था कि सही क्या है। फिर मैं परवाह नहीं करता था कि मेरे पीछे एक आदमी खड़ा है या मेरे पीछे 100 लोग हैं या कोई नहीं है, मैं अकेले चल देता था। तो इस तरह देखिए, ये निर्णय करना आपके हाथ में है, आपको कोई रास्ता नहीं दिखा सकता। और समाज में नकारात्मक जो चीज है, जो कुछ भी है, जहां पर भी है, उसको आप अपनी प्रतिक्रिया से नहीं बल्कि अपने सकारात्मक विचारों से, सकारात्मक क्रियाओं से बदल सकते हैं। मन्ना जी ने जो पहल शुरू की है, ये बहुत ही अच्छी पहल है, मेरे दिल के करीब है, इसलिए मैं इनसे जुड़ा हूं। और आगे भी जहां तक आप सभी लोग इस कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाएंगे, हम जुड़े रहेंगे, क्योंकि इस धरती पर हम यात्रा पर हैं और यह यात्रा हम सब की कभी न कभी समाप्त होगी। हमको अपनी भावी पीढ़ी को सौंप करके जाना है। मैं देखता हूं गांव से लेकर के शहर तक बहुत सी चीजें इतनी तेजी से बदल रही हैं, जिसमें हमको सकारात्मक सोच की जरूरत है। हमारे पूर्वज, हमारे परदादा, हमारे गांव में मैंने देखा है, हमारे परदादा के लगाए हुए आम के पेड़ अभी भी मौजूद हैं, लेकिन आज की पीढ़ी पेड़ नहीं लगाती। अगर हम अपने जन्मदिन पर एक पेड़ भी, आम का पेड़ या कोई भी पेड़ लगाना शुरू कर दें तो हम बहुत बड़ा योगदान करेंगे। हमारे शास्त्रों में भी लिखा है कि हम अगर 10 पेड़ लगाते हैं तो एक पुत्र के जितना हमको फल मिलता है। बहुत सी चीजें हैं जो छोटी छोटी बातें हम फैला सकते हैं और समाज को सकारात्मक दिशा में चलने के लिए प्रेरित कर सकते हैं। आप सभी लोग जो कुछ भी यहाँ पर आए बहुत अच्छा, और आगे भी आप लोग ये काम करते रहिए, हमारा सहयोग पूरा रहेगा।
धन्यवाद सर। Mr. Manohar Manoj, senior journalist, is our next speaker. Welcome you on stage, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me in this very remarkable gathering of this international level function organized by primarily Marwah Studio. It's a stalwart Dr. Sandeep Marwah Ji, all the ambassadors, His Excellency, sitting on the dais from Gambia, from Azerbaijan and from Australia. The coordinator of this RJS positive, Mr. Uday Manna Ji. It is really this function. I have attended so many offline and online function of RJS positive, but I think this is the fantastic commemoration of this media event, and I can well understand this has happened because of the great support by the renowned media guru Sandeep Marwah Ji and his Marwah Studio. First of all, I would like to appreciate the initiative of Marwah Studio to organize this international journalism event. And first time I came to know this is being organized on 12 to 14 February every year. I always think that media must have some global, must have some worldwide, coordinated some type of affair, because I always regarded journalism as an informal kind of thing. This is very much true. This is called as the fourth state of democracy, but in fact this is not the fourth state. It's only a tradition. It's only a slogan which doesn't have any constitutional platform or legal platform. The function was started with the very motivational speech of Mr. Sandeep Marwah. Actually, I know him because he's my FB friend also. And what he said, I totally agree with him. And but he has beholded this whole media, entertainment and journalism field as an industry. And I think this is no doubt the media is also an industry. But many people say that this is a social service. Many people say this is a mission. Many people take the note of the role of media during the independence struggle. But at present, I foresee media as part of the democracy, as the fourth pillar of democracy, though it is not in the real term. But I always behold it as a fourth organ of democracy, as a check and balance organ of democracy. Because I think no roof can be erected without the help of the fourth pillar. Three pillar cannot erect a roof, so fourth pillar is always required. And I have just running a campaign that is for granting constitutional status to mass media. And I have just decided, and I have just taken a resolve that I will take 1 lakh signature of media person throughout the country, and that letter and that memorandum will be given to President of India, Prime Minister of India, Chief Justice of Supreme Court, and Speaker of Lok Sabha, and also of Rajya Sabha, so that we can just create a awakening, so that we can create some kind of authority which is always required in a democracy. Because I think the media is itself a big topic of debate, which media just caters so many debates, so many issues, so many revolutions, so many agitation, so many movements happening throughout the world. But I think itself media is a matter of big debate. And I think there must be a full, comprehensive and holistic presentation on various aspects of various parts of mass media. And I appeal to Mr. Sandeep Marwah, just take initiative on this point also. You are running a big industry, you are coordinating of Government of India, you have just given a global perspective of media industry. That's all right. But I think when we go into the deep detail of the status of media, which is present in terms of several technical outlets, you can say the electronic media, audio visual journalism, print journalism, periodicity journalism, daily, and all sorts of web media, digital media, social media, new media. So many ventures of mass media are there. Media is the sole pillar of democracy, which has to always appear before the exam of technology, because at every 10 years, 5 years, 7 years, media technology get changed, information technology get changed, and you have to be habituated, and we have to just cope up with the media habits of the society also, because every day the trend and tradition is getting changed. So we have to cope up with that. But I am talking about all those persons who are spreading all over the country, and they are full time devoted towards this journalism profession. I know many people does freelance, they contribute article to the media houses, and somebody work as a stringer, somebody work as a just a media analyst. So, but I am talking about all those persons who are fully devoted to media. There must have some ethos. We must also talk about the professional problem of the mass media and media persons also. We must also note about the problem of the media publishers also, because as small entrepreneurs are in a large number, in an outnumbered manner. So there are so many issues. I think if we talk about media, we must also talk about the advertisement policy. We must also talk about the spectrum policy. We must also talk about the uplinking facility. We must also talk about the newsprint, and we must also talk about the right to information. So many things are there. And there are so many institutions on behalf of government which are catering and coordinating with media, like there's a PIB, like DAVP, like Press Council of India, like so many organizations are there. We have some broadcasting associations are also there. We have Indian Newspaper Society also. So many stakeholders are there, and all problem must have to be congregated, and just we have a national debate over the all aspects of media. And I think this is the one cause, the granting constitutional status to media. It will solve all the problems pertaining to media. And I think there is a role for Sandeep Marwah Ji to go into this aspect and just create some comprehensive, broad aspect of the all issues of mass media. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, sir. Now there is going to be a book release of the RJS PBH house. And to do the honors, I'd like to invite on stage Ashok Malik ji, Deep Mathur ji, and Surjit Singh Dedevar ji. And we'd like to invite Sadhu Ram Prem Sagar ji from Jamnagar. Surjit Singh Dedevar ji is already here. Praful Pandey ji, Shrimati Brinda Manna, Akansha Manna on stage.
Lovely. All the best for this yatra.
Very good evening, everyone. For this, I request Honorable President Sir to kindly present the festival memento to His Excellency Elchin Hussein Ali, Ambassador of Azerbaijan. Kindly present festival memento to Mustafa Jawara, High Commissioner of Gambia, His Excellency Mustafa Jawara. I request Honorable Chancellor Sir to present Indo-Australian Film and Cultural Forum is honoured in presenting membership to Richard Morris. And also the festival memento. Indo-Australian Film and Cultural Forum is honored in presenting membership to Carmel Morris along with the festival memento. I request Honorable Chancellor Sir to present festival memento to Mr. Sanjay Rai, Senior Journalist. Festival memento kindly presented to Mr. Manohar Manoj, Senior Journalist. Mr. Manohar Manoj, kindly present the festival memento to Mr. Manohar Manoj, Senior Journalist. Kindly present festival memento to Mr. Omkareshwar Pandey. Kindly present the festival memento to Mr. Uday Kumar. Deepankar Mathurji, Deepchand Mathurji, festival memento. Sir, please. Now I request Nishad sir to kindly take over the mic and announce the other mementos. Thank you so much.
We would like to call on stage Dheeraj Kumar, correspondent Doordarshan News. It's not here. Shri Gyan Prakash Ji, principal correspondent Health, Rashtriya Sahara. It's not here. Durga Das Azad Ji, panelist RJS PBH Positive Media. Ali Sajid Hussain, panelist RJS PBH Positive Media. Akansha Manna, panelist RJS PBH. Praful Pandey, reporter Swastik Sahara newspaper. Kirandeep Kaur, special correspondent Sandhya Veer Arjun, Delhi newspaper. Tanushri, CEO Samachar Nirdesh newspaper. Tanushri, CEO Samachar Nirdesh. Omkar Bharadwaj, editor Darpan Times. Ashok Kaushik, editor Dainik Hind Atma. Pawan Arora, correspondent Indian Horizon. Gulshan Saifi, editor News Folder Digital. Gulshan Saifi. Pawan Arora. Kiran Sharma, editor-in-chief News Folder. Kiran Sharma. Brahmanand Jha, founder Rashtra Samachar. Prashant Yadav, photo videographer, Daily Diary News. Brahmanand Jha. Prashant Yadav, photo videographer. Geeta Sharma, reporter, Sangyan Drishti.
गीता शर्मा निशित कुमार जी जो आज ऑल इंडिया ये है आकाशवाणी का, आप जानते हैं कि इंग्लिश न्यूज रीडर है निशित कुमार जी। दिस इज आकाशवाणी न्यूज रेड बाय निशित कुमार। निशित कुमार जी का सम्मान ये दिया जा रहा है, एंकरिंग भी इस कार्यक्रम का कर रहे हैं निशित कुमार जी।
उदय मन्ना जी आमंत्रित करना चाहेंगे आपको फॉर वोट ऑफ थैंक्स नाउ।
री इन्वेंट जर्नलिज्म इन अमृतकाल, ये शब्द ही अपने आप में एक विकासात्मक शब्द है और पॉजिटिव शब्द है, और इसको लेकर अगर विकसित भारत की कल्पना भारत सरकार कर रही है तो बिना पॉजिटिविटी के नहीं हो सकता है। पूरे वर्ल्ड को पॉजिटिव होना पड़ेगा, तब जाकर विकसित भारत का सपना शुरू होगा। और इस सपने को अंजाम देने के लिए राम जानकी संस्थान, आज पूरे वर्ल्ड में राम जय श्री राम हो रहा है। 9 साल से राम जानकी संस्थान इसमें खप रहा है कि हमारा भारत कैसे सकारात्मक हो, और सकारात्मक व्यक्तित्वों को ढूंढता है। उसमें से आप सब यहां पर आए हुए हैं। मैं चाहूंगा कैमरा पैन करके दिखा दें। यही इतिहास बनेगा जो लोग अपना समय देते हैं सकारात्मकता के लिए। सकारात्मक क्या है इसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बताना चाहेंगे कि आप डॉक्टर संदीप मारवा जी को देख लीजिए। सकारात्मक व्यक्तित्व कैसा होता है, इनकी पर्सनालिटी कैसी है। जो आदमी फिल्म सिटी नोएडा की स्थापना कर सकता है, सोचिए जिस समय शुरुआत कर रहा होगा। आज आप यहां बैठे हैं इसी वजह से। ऐसे महान शख्सियत को हम लोग ढूंढ रहे हैं और उनका सहयोग ले रहे हैं। इसी तरह से मंत्री में भी जो हम लोग जाएंगे भारत सरकार में, ये गारंटी के साथ कहते हैं कि भारत सरकार भी वेट कर रही है। विकसित भारत का सपने का आधार पॉजिटिव मीडिया बनेगा। इसलिए हमारे जितने भी साथी हैं 10 वर्कशॉप पॉजिटिव मीडिया की हम करा चुके हैं। यहीं पर मारवा जी गवाह हैं। यहां पे 100 पत्रकारों को बुलाकर और मीटिंग की गई थी। वो टेक्निकल वर्कशॉप था क्योंकि यूट्यूब आ गया था। 2018 की बात कर रहे हैं। उस समय एमएस बिट्टा जी ने देशभक्ति का पाठ पत्रकारों को पढ़ाने के लिए मुख्य अतिथि के रूप में आए हैं, जो कि आरजेएस फैमिली के सकारात्मक भारत उदय आंदोलन के जन्मदाता हैं। यह आंदोलन शब्द जिंदा शहीद एमएस बिट्टा जी ने दिया, जो प्रधानमंत्री ने उनको दिया, नरसिंह राव जी ने ये जिंदा शहीद का। हम लोगों के पास वो कुंडलिनी जागृत करने का कौन सा तंत्र है? पत्रकारिता सिर्फ आंखों से दिखाई दे तो वो जनता पे प्रभाव नहीं डालती है, हमारे दिल को छुए। और पत्रकारिता में हमारी लेखनी अगर दिल से चलेगी तो वो दिल तक पहुंचेगी। इसलिए हम अखबार कूड़ा ना बनाएं। यही आंदोलन का स्वरूप है कि हमारे अखबार, इसलिए ये पुस्तक लाई गई। इस पुस्तक को देखिए, इस पुस्तक में आर्टिकल भी उन्हीं लोगों के हैं। और सबसे खुशी की बात है कि कंटिन्यूअस सेकंड टाइम मारवा जी ने स्वीकार किया ऐसी किताब को फॉरवर्ड करने के लिए। सर एक बार मारवा जी का धन्यवाद कीजिए, क्योंकि अपना नाम इस संस्थान से जोड़ने के लिए मैं इनको धन्यवाद करता हूं कि इन्होंने अपना नाम पॉजिटिव मीडिया के साथ जोड़ दिया। तो आप अगर आगे बढ़ते हैं तो बहुत सारे लोग जो है आर्थिक विषमताओं के चलते पत्रकार जो है, जो मनोहर मनोज जी बहुत कुछ इसमें विशारद हासिल संवैधानिक दर्जा की बात ये उठा रहे हैं, और अभी थोड़ी देर बाद ये लोगों से हस्ताक्षर कराएंगे कि संवैधानिक दर्जा के लिए कितने लोग तैयार हैं। अलग अलग प्रोविजन में जो कुछ भी सुविधाएं सरकार दे रही है, विकसित भारत के लिए लोकतंत्र के प्रहरी को मजबूत होना जरूरी है, और इसके लिए सरकार और समाज को आगे आना पड़ेगा। क्यों? क्योंकि हम भारत के लोग ही सरकार का निर्माण करते हैं, और हम भारत के लोग ही पत्रकारों को जो उनकी समस्या है उसको सरकार और समाज मिलकर दूर करें और उनको प्रेरित करें, उनका मनोबल बढ़ाए। और इसीलिए पॉजिटिव मीडिया आया है। और पॉजिटिव मीडिया केवल कार्यक्रम नहीं, वेबिनार के रूप में दोस्तों मैं बताना चाहता हूं, 1.5-2 घंटे देकर पॉजिटिविटी का प्रमाण है। ये 132 पेज की किताब जो है ये 205वां अंक 205वां अंक ये हो रहा है, यानी 205 दिन। आज तो पूरे आधे दिन का समय आपने दिया, 1.5-2 घंटे समय देश के लिए हर रविवार पूरे देश जुड़ता है। और उसके बाद हम लोग एक विषय लेते हैं। विषय क्या होता है? पॉजिटिव मीडिया। हमारे अतीत का सम्मान करते हुए ये हम लोग वर्तमान में प्रसन्न रहकर, इसलिए लाफ्टर क्लब के लोगों को जोड़ा हुआ है, क्योंकि प्रसन्न नहीं रहेंगे तो नेगेटिविटी दूर नहीं हो सकती है। जगत गुरु लाफ्टर क्लब के जो ही जो पार्कों में आप सुनते हैं, जगत गुरु आए थे पिछले संडे को डॉक्टर मदन कटारिया जी। अब इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर हम लोग जो है वो जा रहे हैं कि 10वां राज्य गुजरात होगा। प्रधानमंत्री के प्रदेश में सिर्फ इसलिए जाना चाहते हैं कि 10 दिनों तक हम ये देखें कि प्रधानमंत्री जी आपका प्रदेश कैसा है, आपने देश को इस तरह से विकसित भारत का जो सपना दिया है, हम पॉजिटिव मीडिया के लोग भी कुछ सीखें, जानें, समझें और फिर दिल्ली आकर हम लोग प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करें और लोगों को बताएं कि गुजरात हम लोगों ने देखा है, गुजरात ऐसा है वैसा है। और अन्य प्रदेश में भी जाते हैं, 10वां राज्य गुजरात है। तो विकसित भारत का आधार बनेगा पॉजिटिव मीडिया, यही कहना चाहते हैं और हर बार कहेंगे, बार बार कहेंगे, इससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं कहेंगे। आप लोग खुश रहिए, प्रसन्न रहिए और अपने पत्रकारिता में रीइन्वेंट कीजिए। मैं बहुत सारे चेहरे नोन लग रहे हैं, पत्रकारिता को रीइन्वेंट कीजिए। समय आ गया है, ये इतिहास बन रहा है, इतिहास बन रहा है पॉजिटिव मीडिया का। मैं कहता हूं ये नेशन वाइड टू वर्ल्ड वाइड जा रहा है। क्यों? क्योंकि ऐसी शख्सियत, इतने राजदूत डॉक्टर संदीप मारवाह जी के सौजन्य से आपने तो सोचा नहीं था। सोचा था आपने? बताइए मुझे, आपने सोचा था? इतने एम्बेसडर, अपने अपने देश को रिप्रेजेंट करने वाले लोग आज पॉजिटिव मीडिया को समर्थन करने के लिए अगर मंच पर विराजमान है तो आप समझिए कि आपके सपने पूरे करने के लिए वर्ल्ड इज ए फैमिली, पूरा फैमिली तैयार है। इसलिए अतीत का सम्मान कीजिए। अपने घर में जितने भी महापुरुष हैं, इसमें देखिए पेजेज होते हैं जिसमें आपके ही दिवंगत परिजनों को श्रद्धांजलि दी जाती है। और वर्तमान में प्रसन्न होकर पत्रकारिता दिल से कीजिए ताकि दिल तक पहुंचे। आपका अखबार कूड़ा ना बने। लोग कटिंग रखते हैं, जो अच्छा लगता है ना, कटिंग रखते हैं। अगर लोग कटिंग रखना छोड़ दिए हैं तो आप ऐसा क्या लिखें? आप पढ़िए। देखिए बगल में लाइब्रेरी के बगल में ये कार्यक्रम हो रहा है, मारवाह स्टूडियो के लाइब्रेरी के बगल में। और यहाँ पर दूसरा कार्यक्रम आरजेएस पॉजिटिव मीडिया का हो रहा है। और ये किताब लाइब्रेरी में, पहली किताब भी है, पहली किताब जो वॉल्यूम 1 है वो भी लाइब्रेरी में है। हम लोग ने संदीप मारवाह जी को प्रदान किया था और लाइब्रेरी के लिए भी हम लोग स्पेशल प्रदान करते हैं कि बहुत हम लोगों ने इस किताब को निकाला है। इसमें आपके सकारात्मक कार्यों का वर्णन है, जितने कार्यक्रम होते हैं। ये 100 अमृतकाल का सकारात्मक भारत का 205वां अंक है, यानी 205 दिन आप लोग बैठे हैं वेबिनार या फिजिकल कार्यक्रम में, तब ये किताब तैयार होती है। इसमें सकारात्मक कार्यों का ही जिक्र है। पॉजिटिव मीडिया अलग अलग विभिन्न सब्जेक्ट होते हैं। इससे पहले 163 बैठकें आरजेएस ने किया है, सकारात्मक बैठक। और आप लोगों को फिर हम कहना चाहेंगे कि पॉजिटिविटी को समझने के लिए आप लोग आगे बढ़िए, क्योंकि ये आपके घर के लिए भी फायदेमंद है, आपके खुद के लिए है, आपके हार्मोन, पॉजिटिव हार्मोन्स निकालता है। तो आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और एम्बेसडर साहब और संदीप मारवाह जी का, और जो हमारे पैनलिस्ट आए थे, जिन लोगों ने यहाँ पर माहौल बनाया, जितने अवॉर्डी आ सके यहाँ पर। और हमारे इस किताब के पीछे जो एडवर्टाइजर्स हैं, जो बहुत थोड़ी संख्या में हैं लेकिन वो आरजेसियंस हैं, उनको भी लगा कि नहीं, किताब को सहयोग करना चाहिए, तब ये किताब आ रही है। अगली किताब हर महीने हर साल 2 किताबें आएंगी, आपके घर की शोभा बढ़ाएगी। 2047 तक का ये प्रण है और विकसित भारत का आधार सकारात्मक पत्रकारिता बनेगी बनेगी बनेगी। जय।
मना साहब, 2 लाइनों के साथ मैं खत्म करना चाहता हूं कि जिस ओर चले हम मस्ती में, झुक जाए उधर अंबर भूतल, आजाद वतन के बाशिंदे, हर गीत हमारा है बादल। विविध प्रांत है अपनी अपनी भाषा के अभिमानी हम, लेकिन सबसे पहले दुनिया वालों हिंदुस्तानी हम। एक जोर एनर्जी के साथ सभी बोलेंगे मेरे साथ, भारत माता की। थैंक यू वेरी मच।